this is, I think, going to be another one of these bangers. I mean, Nintendo is not going quietly into the night with the Nintendo Switch. The Nintendo Switch is turning out to be a great platform if you happen to be a fan of Mario in an RPG form. We've had Super Mario RPG, a couple of terrific Paper Mario games, and next up is Mario and Luigi Brothership. Nintendo of Canada took me out to Toronto to get some hands-on time with the game, which is coming out next month. I was really floored, I have to tell you right out of the gate, floored by the animation in this game. It is gorgeous. It looks very different from the other Mario experiences that are on the platform, but also it looks very juiced up from what we remember from the previous Mario and Luigi adventures, which have all been in handheld form. And yes, this one is in handheld form too when you take your Switch out. And I played a lot of the game, actually. I only had an hour with it, but a lot of my time was in handheld form, and it looked incredible on the OLED screen. But of course, you can also attach this to your big screen and play it on the big screen. So this makes it the first one that is made for a home console, which is a pretty big deal. And the developers have taken that opportunity to just enhance the visual fidelity like crazy. It looks so freaking cool. You're controlling both Mario and Luigi, but they have so many great animations together. Of course, there's a lot of working together. They have bros moves where they can actually morph into different things like a UFO to get across some jumps that might be a little bit further. You also have bros attacks where you're bouncing off of each other and attacking the bad guys. And all of it is just so cartoonish and alive and colorful. And that includes all of these really cool sort of electronic infused, injected with so much color, all of these background little characters that you meet. It's almost like they're out of like a 1950s TV commercial or something. Some of them look like little plugs or little tiny computers or something. I don't quite know, but the inhabitants of Concordia, which is this fractured group of islands, are adorable. I will tell you that. And Mario and Luigi meet up with a couple of characters that help guide them through the land of Concordia. And the whole idea is you're trying to bring all of these fractured islands back together again. And you do that by jumping into a cannon and launching yourself onto an island and then sort of defeating the objectives there. And through the power of your wits and your cooperation, your brotherly cooperation, you start to bring these islands back together again. And you are starting off on this island that's called Ship Shape Island, which is half ship and half island, and you're floating around inside the ocean, and you're looking through a telescope at all of these other islands that you have to go to. And the islands really kind of represent, just like Super Mario Galaxy or something, different levels and different stages with different backdrops. And of course, there are also ancillary ones that are not the main objective ones, so there's lots of side content that you can go off on, and lots of secrets, lots of really cool surprises, and that collaborative gameplay, that idea of bouncing back and forth using the A and B buttons mostly to be Mario and be Luigi is crazy fun. Lots of different puzzles where one of the characters has to like stand on the back of a seesaw so that the other character can get up. And you also have this ability to press the L button to activate Luigi logic, which leaves Luigi off to go and collect things or to solve a little puzzle over here while Mario can skirt around. And then you might be separated a little bit, but you are activating another switch that opens up another area of the game. So there's a lot of puzzle solving that you have to do, platform-style puzzle solving. And then the battles are turn-based, but they're all timing-based, and they're all about using your hammers or using your jump abilities. And then you also have these battle plugs that are kind of modding the experience as well, which might give you a little bit more of an electrical infused attack or some kind of explosive addition to your attack. And those are mix and match. So you're finding all of these battle plugs, all of these little modding elements as you cruise around and defeat bosses and get further and further in the game. And you're kind of adjusting them and using different ones in combination to find what works when you go up against some of the tougher enemies that you're going to meet within the game. And I didn't encounter any massive bosses or anything like that while I was playing it. It was kind of a guided experience. The awesome people from Nintendo of America that have been working on this game kind of ushered us into special places where we could see some beautiful work. And in addition to the gorgeous animations and the beautiful visuals and the variety that you see with all of these different islands, these disparate kind of themes that you see, and these gorgeous characters, which are very unique, I think. I haven't seen characters quite like this. And I like the kind of stretched kind of look to everybody, and the super exaggerated facial animations. It's not afraid to go big. And even though we're seeing two characters on screen all the time and the camera's pulled back a little bit, just the subtleties and the way that they kind of live and breathe in the world and all of the sort of living and breathing animated elements all around it's really gorgeous work. I am super impressed by how this looks, and I'm also impressed by how different it looks from the other Mario games. It's quite remarkable, but in addition to the visuals, the game is loaded with lots of diversity in the music and the sounds, but they also did something else with the controls on this game. Usually when you play the Mario and Luigi games, almost every jump that you encounter in the game as Mario and Luigi, you have to press the A button and then the B button and kind of get that timing. And it's super cool, but it also can lead to a learning curve and also stumbling and falling and having to track back. I mean, anybody that's played one of the GBA or DS versions of Mario and Luigi can remember missing a jump because you press the B button too slowly or whatever, and you have to track back and do it again. They've simplified that a little bit. This time you just have to jump as Mario in the lead and Luigi will automatically time that out. Now, it is a bit strange. This is what makes this series so unique. It is a bit strange to have an ally right there with you, and it does affect your visual sort of connection to the timing. And I did find myself sloppily slipping off of some of the ledges and things like that because I just wasn't used to having somebody, it's been a while since I played one of these, having somebody right there with me. But you can adjust to that, and I think a key component here is that there are moments in the game where you do need to separate to solve puzzles and stuff. But I was super entertained, and I absolutely cannot wait for more. This is, I think, gonna be another one of these bangers. I mean, Nintendo is not going quietly into the night with the Nintendo Switch. We know the Switch 2 is coming, and we all hope that games like this are gonna be backwards compatible whenever we do get the Switch 2. And it's really cool to see Nintendo continuing to hit on all cylinders and also make something that has been dormant for almost 10 years. I think it was 2015 since we got the last Mario and Luigi game, but make like a full-fledged, brand new experience that looks like it's gonna live up to the legacy and honestly could exceed and be the best of this whole franchise, which is really, really freaking cool. And I think it's also very special that Nintendo has seen the value in more of these story-driven experiences around Mario. Super Mario RPG is amazing, and Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door is one of the best experiences I've had playing games in 2024. Of course, there is the Mario and Rabbids games, which are also incredible. Lots of different ways to enjoy and experience Mario and his robust assortment of allies and family members within those games. And I think this one is going to be a terrific addition to that catalog. So look for Mario and Luigi Brothership. It's coming out in November. I think November 7th is the launch date. I am super pumped. I can't wait to get a review code on this. And thank you so much to Nintendo for bringing me out to Toronto to get some hands-on time with Mario and Luigi Brothership. I can't wait to review this one.